Let's get you international updates now coming in. The US President Donald Trump has laid down some tough conditions for any future nuclear deal with Iran, putting Tehran's uranium stockpile at the center of these negotiations. Now, Trump has demanded that Iran hand over its enriched uranium, insisting that the material must either be destroyed immediately or placed under strict US-supervised disposal. He also said the destruction process should happen in front of the Atomic Agency, signaling a push for international monitoring and verification as well. So what does this indicate? That's the big question. And joining us on the broadcast is a senior journalist based in the United States, joining us live from Georgia. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Eric. I want to begin by asking you what you make of the latest information coming in that Trump has made it much stricter, the guidelines that have been put in place. And while this has been non-negotiable for Trump, he has said it right from the start. But now the United States has told Tehran that the uranium stockpile has to be handed over to the United States or destroyed in front of the world.
Well, I think I don't want to think that President Trump made it more strict. I think he just mapped out exactly how he wants that to go. I don't think it's I don't think having that enriched uranium destroyed is something that is unexpected. We've been kind of waiting on this to kind of transpire. Now it's going to be whether or not Iran has kind of drawn a line in the sand when it comes to their uranium. And so we're kind of sitting around waiting to see if they're going to budge on their stance or not. It's pretty clear that that's President Trump's hardline issue. Iran will have no nuclear weapons. He's said it over and over and over again in the last several months. So this is no surprise. We saw this coming. Iran just can't have enriched uranium. Now we know that they need nuclear energy. That's a whole other different ballgame. We're not saying they can't have nuclear energy. It's a very efficient way of cooling properties and utilizing your natural resources for energy purposes. But you can't enrich it to the point of weaponry. And so we got to get rid of what's there, that's already there, that is enriched to the point of weaponry, and move on. And hopefully with some of the extra perks that President Trump has added in this deal, that Iran will be a little likely to budge a little bit on it.
Okay, but how technically feasible is it going to be? That's the question. And how is it actually going to happen? How is that entire process going to play out? And at a time like this, when the entire world is on the edge waiting for a peace deal, does it actually delay that peace deal? Because just yesterday, we also heard Trump saying that we are in no hurry. Do stay with us. We have more updates coming in. The United States has, in fact, carried out what it described as self-defense strikes inside Iran, marking another escalation in the tensions around the Strait of Hormuz. So the U.S. Central Command has confirmed strikes in southern Iran, saying the action was aimed at protecting American troops from threats posed by the Iranian forces. The U.S. forces were targeted. That's the claim that is being made. Iranian missile launch sites as well as boats were allegedly involved in laying mines near the Strait of Hormuz, and this is the reason why the U.S. says that it has responded back. Mr. Eric, the concerns around the peace deal, and that's what we were discussing on the technicalities of the same, but also with the updates coming in. The U.S., of course, has gone on to say that this is a strike in self-defense, but Iran has also, even in the course of the negotiations, has said that it's difficult to negotiate with the United States when there is such trust deficit.
Well, it's difficult to negotiate with Iran when they're putting mines out in the Strait of Hormuz. Those mines are directly targeted towards any tanker that may be trying to sail through there. Most of those ships are very unarmed. As we know, India has been a target of the destruction of some of those ships. So we can't have them doing that. So I think the retaliation is just. And even the Iranian government has made a statement since this happened and said everything's under control, everything's fine, everybody calm down. So it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal for the Iranian, the IRGC. It just seems like something that happened and we retaliated and now it's over with. Hopefully that's the case. We've been seeing these little attacks on both sides throughout the course of the ceasefire. Luckily, nothing's escalated to a full-fledged missile strike since the ceasefire has taken place. So I think this is just going to be something that's going to hit the news cycle and is going to pass within a day or two.
Okay, all right. But, you know, the Strait of Hormuz has been affected, and India, like other countries, has also been affected by that. And the world is waiting for that peace deal to come through. We have more updates coming in. Amid the talks with Iran over the deal, Trump has now taken a jibe at the past U.S. governments, taking a dig at the administrations previously mocking the past approach. And he has taken a dig at Obama, Biden on the claims that have been made, and has now said that the Trump administration has taken a much tougher approach. He has upped the rhetoric. In fact, a post that has come in on social media on this. So this is the tweet that Trump has put up on social media. Trump, of course, has often taken to social media to give out this message. And this is a meme that has gone very viral, and this is what Trump has tweeted. It shows Obama trying to negotiate, and the other side saying we're going to blow things up, and then you had Biden saying the same, the other side saying we're going to blow things up, and then you have the US President Donald Trump, who says that I will blow things up, after which the other side says we're ready to speak. This is a very popular meme. It has now been posted on the US President's social media website. Mr. Eric, on the talks, yes, there have been a lot of memes on the different style of negotiations of the US President, but questions have also been raised in the United States as well on Trump saying that he's not going to start any war. But now we're looking at a situation where is it increasingly feeling in the United States that US has entered a war where it's not able to get out from?
Well, I think as far as Iran goes, I mean, as far as the meme goes, that meme is not wrong. I think our past policy on dealing with Iran has just enabled them throughout the course of the last 40 years. Anytime Iran gets mad at us, we just ship them a bunch of money, and then they leave us alone for a while until they need more money. So that policy has failed. It's not working. So President Trump is trying to bring something new to the table, and I think he was hoping when we struck their nuclear sites with our stealth fighter jets, I think, and our bombers, I think he was hoping that would really send a message to Iran, but they didn't get that message, and so we ended up in this more broad conflict where more strikes were needed. This is something that we have needed to do to Iran for quite some time. However, the position that President Trump started his presidency on, the amount of economic success and the turnaround from the Biden regime, we're seeing a massive amount of economic success up until the point of this war. Americans were starting to recover, and then the war hit, and now we're seeing a setback. So I think a lot of people wanted some kind of situation with Iran to happen, whether it was a serious diplomatic situation or more sanctions, or whether it was a war. Whatever it is, they needed something done with Iran. They're the largest funder of terror in the world, which affects our shorelines. So something needed to happen, and President Trump just happened to be that president to go out and get it done. Now, did it go according to 100% plan? No, it probably didn't. What war goes 100% according to plan? Russia was supposed to conquer Ukraine in 3 days, and here we are several years later.
Okay, all right. We have more updates coming in.